Good evening to all my fellow Wasteland survivors. Welcome to the premiere episode of the B-Movie Bunker. Each week or so, I'll be putting myself into harm's way to help you steer clear of some of the worst films out there, as well as find a few of the hidden gems you may have missed. I know some of you may be thinking, that blasted hellhole we call Earth, I've got bigger things to worry about. I understand that. There is a lot of danger out there. You've got zombies and mutants, roving biker gangs, Richard Mall, things you have to be worried about. You shouldn't have to worry about what films to watch. I'll take care of that for you. So without further ado, let's go to our first feature. It's going to take us back to 1996, a much kinder, a gentler age that brought us the atrocity that is Barbed Wire. Barbed Wire is based off the Dark Horse comic of the same name. Not a bad comic, particularly because, unlike the film, the comic does not star Pamela Anderson. I am fairly certain that the meeting to make this film went something like this. Hey Bob, you know what I like? I like those really, really big fake boobs. Yeah, and I kind of like that movie Casablanca. Yep, me too. I also hate all life on Earth. Hey, let's make a movie. Basically, Barbed Wire is, it's Casablanca set in 2017, during the Second American Civil War. Pretty much they decided to follow, in some cases, scene by scene of Casablanca, removing everything that makes it a great movie, and replacing the iconic cool of Humphrey Bogart as Rick with Pamela Anderson. I don't know. Pamela Anderson is simply a plague on this film. She cannot act. She cannot deliver her lines, either with dramatic or comedic intent, and I find it hard to accept her as an action film when the 20 or so pounds of silicone in her tits would necessitate all of her concentration to simply not tip over. There's nothing redeemable about this movie. There's maybe one scene which involves the big fat guy who apparently lives inside a front end loader. That and the end credits, those are pretty good because, your pain is just about over. If you are one of those people who is sitting there going, oh, wait a minute, dude, that Pam Anderson's hot, man. Yeah. Probably you're like, 13-year-old boy? Because having been a 13-year-old boy, I know this much. 13-year-old boys are about 98% penis, and they're all pretty stupid. So if you're not a 13-year-old boy and you still think this right here, you think this is hot right here, let me give you a peek of what's underneath that dress there. If you really think it's hot, right there, see that? Yep, right. If you have sex with Pam Anderson, Skeletor will bite off your prick. And this is not metaphor, this is what will actually happen. Underneath her dress, Skeletor will bite off your dick, and he'll eat it. So just avoid this movie. I mean, don't even watch it just simply for the sake of saying, no. Pretend it doesn't exist. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, this film ranks, it's a giant pustule on the face of cinema. So skip it completely. That's pretty much going to do it for the first episode of the B-Movie Bunker. Tune in next week, maybe a little later, and we'll be checking out Survival of the Dead, one of the George Romero of the Dead series, not one of the better ones. Until then, stay safe out there, and I think I have a couple zombies outside. I gotta go bashing some skulls. So always remember the rules, especially double tap. Have a good one.